Hello everyone, this is Cindy, and I was working on my year-long journal. If you've seen any of my past videos, I may have mentioned it. I just have it with 4 signatures representing the quarters of the year, and I divided up each signature for each month. Like here's January's, and I'm almost finished with February's. And anyway, I was going through the project box where I have things collected for this journal, and I had found this postcard, and I had the front and the back on the paper, but they weren't close enough to each other in order to bend them and have and glue them together and have a postcard. Because like in February, I already have one. Let's see if I can find it right here. That is like that. And I'm not sure how I made it, if I folded it or cut it in 2 pieces and glued it together, but it's just one I have in my stash, and it says, "To my Valentine," but this is just a copy of it and of the original. So anyway, I thought, okay, I'll make that January one up very quick. But that little space between there made me think, well, what if I made it into a little booklet, And but the space was too big, so I thought, I could glue it onto something that's already got like a little fold. So I dug out an old Christmas card, and I ended up gluing backing paper on it and then gluing the front and the back to it. And on this one, I put papers in there to make like a little booklet, but I think I kind of like it without the papers. So I thought I would try making a few more and kind of show you what in the world I'm talking about. So I went in my stash and printed out some postcards, and I tried to print some the same size, and then I had room over here, so I just stuck something. I wasn't going to print it with leaving space like that. So okay, so then I thought, let me get my scraps out of the way from the last project. I thought, where am I going to find some more greeting cards I don't like? I said I had some Christmas ones that my sister gave me, and that's where I got the one to make the January one here. So anyway, I was looking through the rest of the ones she gave me. I thought, I know I've got some more stashed other places. And then it hit me. In this book, I have for the February, I had this greeting card, we'll call it, that goes through a printer, and you can print. It was like an invitation, like here. And then I glued it on to be like a flip out, and I didn't make it a pocket here because it was so huge. It made the page funny, kind of like this one. If you have deli paper, don't glue ribbon on there because it really changes the whole texture of it. So anyway, I thought, I don't really like this thing. It's too big, and it's got these hearts around it, and I don't do hearts too much. So of course, that was the perfect thing to use for these postcards. So I was so excited. So anyway, find something like this. It can just be a piece of paper you fold in half, but I don't know. I had the greeting card idea on my mind. So to me, the best way to do it, and I made these probably way too big, but we'll see, is to cut out each one and start with the front one. And this one has a rounded corner, so we'll just have to deal with that. And then let's finish trimming the side here. So to glue your front on there and then trim the whole thing. So forget about the back for a minute. And I don't know, figure out what your orientation is. And I'm using glue stick, if I can find it. Right there it is. And okay. Let's see. It's hard to see where I'm gluing because the paper is white, and so is my background here. But putting plenty of glue on it. Okay. And then putting it up against the fold. And you don't have to make it up against the top. I'm not worried about that because I'm just going to trim all the way around it. And just get it as straight as you can. Okay, now we're going to trim it. And then that way, if our back is a little larger or smaller, it won't be like too far up this way or too far down or something like that. So I'm cutting through both thicknesses of this greeting card. And sometimes, the line, it doesn't line up because the way you're cutting it. So I'll go back and trim that. And on this one, I can skip a step because on the one I did on the January one, this one right here, it was a Christmas card, so I had Christmas decorations, so I had to cover that with lined paper. But this one is going to already be writing space in the center, so I don't have to cover it. But if you were using an old greeting card and it said happy birthday or something, you could cover that up. Okay, now to put the back on. Okay, I'll try this one. And like I said, I made these really big. When I was, I used, let's see, I have a Macintosh. It's called Pages, I think. I put the image into it, and then I can resize it, and I can flip it back, you know, turn it on its side if I want to fit it in a spot just to print. And I can line them up pretty close to get the right size. And then, you know, of course, if you're an inker, then you don't have to worry about it because you can make up the difference with the ink if it's too small or whatever. So, and then we can trim this off if it's too big. Okay. Now I gotta kind of line it up so it's the same orientation. And try to look at this without getting my head in the view. And slide it over a little bit. Okay, I have a little bit of white showing there, so I can just, and see some here, so I can just decide, I can definitely trim this off without making a difference on the back, won't affect anything. And same way on the front. So I'm just kind of basically trimming it to fit. I don't know, maybe people do this a lot, I don't know, it just hit me when I was wanting to make a booklet out of this one, and I don't know, just said, I've got Christmas cards I can use. So there's my postcard, and it's a useful writing space, because if I just glued these two halves together, there really wouldn't be much space to write. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I'm going to do some more. I've got 2 more that are just gigantic, and if you want to keep watching, have at it. I will keep working on this, and if you need to go, I will see you in the next video. I'm just going to keep rolling the film. I'm just so happy to get to use some of those Valentine invitation things. I mean, if they're kind of warped a little, and oh my gosh, there's 2 things out of my stash. I mean, not more than 2. I mean, it's some things out of my stash. And I can make these postcards all day long. I love postcards. I've always liked postcards. I used to collect them when I went on vacation. That's what I would buy, is postcards. And you know, they're a cheap souvenir. And it's somebody else's photography that's much better than mine. So I have several albums of postcards. So I don't know, like I said, I just have a thing for them. And these images, I guess I should have said earlier, I don't know, they were in my stash. Some of them were from Junk Journal Junkies. I think I put JJJ, so I think that's what it stands for. And then, like I said, some are what I scanned. And I'm not sure about these with the quotes on them. If it's, I think still Junk Journal Junkies, so we'll just say that. And if it's someone else, and you guys know whose it is, just let me know. Okay, we're gluing the first one on. I mean, we're gluing the front on. And it was when I was working on these, I noticed Roxy had her week 3 of her weekly challenge out, and that'll be fun. It's making tall envelopes. So I will have fun with that because I like making those kind of envelopes. And I am going to use this paper for sure to make one. So, and then you can decorate on top of it. So it'll be fun. All right. Yeah, what's so nice about using these, besides the fact that I'm getting them out of my stash, is I don't have to cover the insides of the greeting cards. Oops, clanging, sorry. All right, we're ready for the back. And see, this one you can write on the back. I don't know if this was, I think this must have been a postcard I have. I'm trying to get rid of this, but it's attached. Because I have it saved in my stash. Saved in my files. And I have it with the writing on there, and then I have it without the writing. And used to, on my old Windows computer, I could go in and take out the writing by copying. You picked a section that didn't have any writing, and you copied it and pasted it over where the letters were. So anyway, no, I don't know if I can do that on the Mac. I obviously don't have the right program, but I did all of that with Paint on the Windows one, and I miss the photo editing of my Windows, because you can do it on the Mac from what I found out so far, but it's not what I'm used to. So let's just say I don't know how to do it yet. So anyway, what did I do? I did the back first. Too busy talking. I did the back first. What did I do with the front? That's it. With the front. Oh my gosh, I'm too busy yakking. Okay. We're going to make it, I guess. Or did I already glue the front on and then I forgot to put this on the same? Because that's the one I did. I did already do the front. It's right there. I glued the back on the wrong one. Well, let's see if these are about the right size. I think that might be. Crazy. Wasn't paying attention. It's too busy yakking. I can always go print more. Still on my screen. Okay. All right, let's see if I keep throwing my scissors down. It's going to be a little small, but let's see how we can make it work. It doesn't matter. I can trim off a little on each side, even more on this side. So let's glue to this end. Good grief, girl. You had it all kind of measured out. Okay, now which way did I say? This end can be cut more. Okay. Nothing is a problem. We can always fix it. Okay. And it would make it a better size anyway, so I'm not concerned. If it's terrible, you know what we do? We throw it in the trash. Gotta make those corners a little. Okay. Looks perfectly fine on this side. Looks perfectly fine on that side. So I'll ink it up later, and then we'll have some great ones. All right, let's go back and see if we can fix this one with this, which I know is going to be considerably smaller, but we'll see. Definitely can cut off the end, so I think we'll be fine. So I'll try to pay attention this time. Better glue pages. Like that. Okay. All the scraps go over there. Okay. Get it at least right side up, if nothing else. I'm just kind of centering this. Ooh, this is way smaller, so we'll just see what we can get. Like I said, if nothing else, I'll toss it in the trash. But I think, oh yeah, it's definitely going to cut the stamp. I should have moved it over. But it's okay. I'll just put this one in my idea book. Oh, I cut the stamp just very little. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I had these booklets. I will ink them up and they will look old and vintage, except I've got red in my ink thing here, which is fine because there's a red flower there. So anyway, if you've stayed this long, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next project. And hopefully that will be showing off this journal being not finished, but that section being finished. So, or maybe not. I may not show it. Who knows? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just see you later. Bye.